All right, let's talk the Super Mario Bros. Movie. With the help from Princess Peach, Mario gets ready to square off against the all-powerful Bowser to stop his plans from conquering the world. This movie has a 57% from critic scores and a 96% from audience scores. Big gap, 46 points. Before getting into it, to do the Super Mario Bros. Movie, I got to introduce my bro, Michael Smith. Welcome back.
You know, it's funny how well this works because Mario is so short compared to Luigi.
Not so short. No, they're like the same height. The movie.
They're about the same.
I'd say.
Well, Especially when he
what
eats that
about you
mushroom.
two? What about you two?
Same thing in real life. Same thing in real life.
Ah,
These
Josh just
characters
doesn't
aren't
eat his
based off us
mushrooms.
though. Yeah, I'm more of a Donkey Kong type anyway, the way my build is.
Oh,
Diddy Kong?
I think the best comparison to you is Princess Peach, and that's not a compliment to your looks.
The blonde hair.
Oh well,
I'd
I'll
give-
take it.
I'd give Josh Toad for sure.
Yeah, honestly, that's a really good one.
My favorite character this way. What do you guys think of the movie?
It was fun, dude. Anyone that's hating on this movie, I don't know what the fuck you were expecting. It's a 90-minute movie for kids. Like, what the fuck?
That was
like-
that was the most amount of kids I think I've been in a theater with.
I like
my
the
whole life.
audience. The audience
Really?
range was pretty cool. Seeing like all these like grandmas and grandpas bring their
Mhm.
kids and like grandkids and stuff. That was pretty cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
When I went, there was just like 3 of us in the theater because I went like right at 5 on Monday. Well, today. Was today Monday? What the fuck is today?
Monday.
Today's Monday.
Yeah.
from when we're
Yeah,
recording
yeah,
this.
I went today. My fault.
Yeah, that's the thing. You guys are right because like you could be 50 years old or you could be 10 years old, and like either way, you've played Mario, probably
Mhm.
most likely. Some
Mhm.
sort of Mario game, whether it's Mario Kart or on the SNES, whatever it might be. Like you've played some sort of Mario game, right? Or you're familiar with the character at least.
Mhm.
So, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm surprised how low these Rotten Tomato scores are. Like that just blows my mind.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah,
I
they're not even
think
close to each other.
people are still salty too. Like, even like, I guess not from a critic standpoint, but like regular people are just so upset that Chris Pratt was the voice of Mario. But honestly, it didn't really even sound like him. There's only a couple times where you're like, all right, that's Chris Pratt. But the rest of the time, you were having fun. Comparatively to Charlie Day, like we all knew that was Charlie right
Yeah.
fucking away.
So
Yeah,
that's actually one thing I want to kind of bring up here. I know that was a big controversy with and probably why like a lot of the Rotten Tomato scores were so low was Chris Pratt doing the Mario voice. What do you guys kind of think of the job he did for the Mario voice, obviously?
I liked it.
Yeah, I think it took it took me a few minutes, but I got like used to it pretty much to the
Yeah.
point where I forgot
Mhm.
about it. I think the one character that really stood out to me, I know you said Charlie Day, Brian, but I think Seth Rogen like really. I mean, I know he
Yeah,
said
Yeah.
like he came out and said he wasn't doing a voice,
Mhm.
and he doesn't. But like when they gave Donkey Kong his laugh, I
Yep.
was like, come on.
Yeah, I didn't.
That was
I didn't
pretty
really
cool.
like that. I didn't really like that, to be honest with you. I thought it was too much.
Well,
I
that
thought that
would
was
be the only
awesome.
part that kind of took me out of the movie when he'd laugh like that. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But and then too, like they did it, and then they like he laughed, and then they took a pause for everyone to laugh, which I thought
Mhm.
was I don't know, but
That was a little lame. I was like,
Yeah.
that's like
Nobody's-
doing like a
nobody's-
laugh track on a sitcom. I'm like, nah.
Nobody's
Yeah.
laughing, buddy.
I
Yeah.
thought it was funny. Don't get me wrong. I was laughing. I was the audience. I was laughing in that gap. But
what did you guys think of Bowser?
Good.
Jack
Yeah.
Black is the GOAT, honestly.
Yep.
I love Jack.
Well, they
Black.
tailored it for him.
I
the
kind of
character, right?
forgot that it was him until I was sitting there and I was like, where's Jack Black? And I was like, oh shit.
You know what's a funny fact about this movie here? The
Hmm.
Peaches song that he sings can actually be nominated for a Grammy if they
Well
think
deserved.
It's on
Yeah.
Spotify and Apple
Worth
Music
it.
too.
that. Yeah,
Dude,
if they
Jack
think
Black
that it's
already
deserving.
has like bangers from different movies and stuff, and they just let him have this one.
School,
It's like, let's
School of
go.
Rock.
School of Rock. Did you see the what was it called? His like red carpet outfit that he was wearing.
No.
He had like
No.
the Bowser spikes in the back of his suit and stuff like that. I was like, that's awesome.
That's
Oh,
sick.
sick.
I think I did see that actually.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's cool.
That was cool. I did see that. I saw it on TikTok, and I
Yeah.
saw the I think he went on I think it was the Kelly Clarkson show where he like wore the whole like actual costume, like the Bowser costume, which is really funny. 'Cause
Dedication.
he's with he's with his other co-stars that are just like normal, and then he's just like like Bowser.
What was the budget for this movie?
I
you guys
don't
talk
know
about
if it
that
says
later.
for sure.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah, I can
fuck,
look it up.
Michael was stepping on our toes and stuff.
Yeah, man.
I've been wondering. I didn't
Some
know.
movies post it right away. Some
Yeah.
don't. Let me see.
Yeah.
It has to be like It
It's
has
at
to be up
least
there.
Dude,
It's
it's
at least
the-
$20.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking $130.
According to this, the budget says it's around 100 million.
That's low.
Do you think that includes the cast?
Yeah, it's according to this, it says everything, but it's also just I just googled it. so-
Nice. And they had the largest animated opening at what, 250 million, 220?
Yeah,
What the fuck was it?
254, I think.
250?
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
actually
The-
fucking crazy.
The only
I
thing
mean, this
that's
movie's
gonna
gonna hit a
break my
billion, I think.
heart is
Yeah.
that Spider-Verse is gonna come out and be a better movie and not break any of these fucking records. I'm so pissed about that. But also it's Mario. You can't fucking compete.
I don't know,
Yeah.
man. I think Spider-Verse can give it a run for its money because it didn't really kind of pick up until it got its like Netflix release, I think, or just
Mhm.
released on streaming platforms. And obviously the hype has been built up for it and how much time it's been spent on the second movie. So I think
Right.
you can give this movie a run for its money for sure.
I mean,
It was-
I wanted to. I just don't want to get my hopes up, you know?
it was funny.
I
I was
don't-
talking to a coworker about the new one coming out, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm really excited for the Spider-Verse movie," and he's like, "They're doing another one." I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Is that the one with like Tom Holland?" Like he thought I meant normal Spider-Man. I'm like, "No."
Ew.
Yeah, and then
Oh,
I
this is the
explained to him what
better
the new
one?
one is. Yeah, like I explained to him what the animated version was, and he's like, "Oh, okay, I'll have to check it out." I'm like, "Yeah, you should. Like, go run
Mhm.
and see it." So,
It
What was it on? It was on something for a minute, right?
was on Netflix for a while.
was on
Netflix
Netflix
for
for
a
a
That
while.
was my go-to bar movie, like post-bar movie during COVID. We just
So it's like
yeah.
every single day just watching that movie.
yeah, basically, me and
Yeah.
Spencer watched that shit like 3 times out of the week.
That was like your Shawshank Redemption of movies.
Yeah, basically,
Yeah.
basically.
Did you guys cuddle too, Brian?
We did.
Good.
I love when Miles does this.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, did you see that? He's
Were you,
Spider-Man.
were you rubbing his hair too?
Just running my fingers through it, twirling it a little bit.
Yeah, I like that. Feels good.
Big Bud Light drinker.
Oh,
What
I
did
He's
texted-
PG. Keep it PG here.
PG? What did you guys think of the length? Do you think it was like the perfect length, or do you think it was too long? Or
I think it could have been a
So-
little longer.
What is the perfect length, honestly, to you guys?
Four
I
and
like a
half
nice
inches.
90-minute.
Oh,
Are we talking about?
I was talking about length and time, but
Yeah, I don't know.
Gotta
I
be more
feel like
specific.
an hour 45 is like I feel like the perfect slot these days. Again, with this being a kids movie and with us just talking about Emperor's New Groove, Josh, I think I even said something. I go, you don't really get a lot of these movies anymore where they come in, get their shit done in like an hour 20 and you're on your way out. And this movie did that. I was actually
Yeah.
very happy with it. It didn't feel dragged on. It was just go, go, go right off the gate. You see Bowser come in, collect the star, and then it zips over to what Mario and Luigi are up to. And then
Yeah.
boom, you're in it.
yeah, I like that part a lot. I like the beginning of the movie a lot when I liked all the scenes with Mario and Luigi together. I guess it kind of
Mhm.
sucked that Luigi got kidnapped in a way, but I know in the games usually it's Peach, but yeah, I liked the scenes where they're together, and then too I like when they get separated and Luigi kind of has a little bit of like a little bit of Luigi's Mansion kind of vibe, like feel to it,
yeah.
I was
which I
gonna
do
say
think they
that.
could spin off. Yeah, I do think they could spin off and make him a movie like that. That'd be really cool.
I was thinking that. And are we allowed to jump to the end credit?
Yeah, we can. Well, first of all, Michael, did you know there's end credit scenes?
I did not know there was
There's
a
two.
scene.
Yeah,
That's
we didn't know
crazy.
either.
One is just Bowser singing at the end, and then
He's singing
then
Peaches,
the
yeah.
very end, it's literally like a 3-second clip of a Yoshi egg that it cracks here, Yoshi, and
Oh,
that's
that's
it. It
awesome.
ends. But what's funny is I was like, they could probably do like a multiverse of this fucking
Oh,
shit. They
yeah.
could just open this up and then
There-
Dude, they could do a Smash Bros. universe.
That'd
Yeah,
be
just how
wild.
they did like with
Dude.
the Star
That'd
Wars,
be-
like same
Mhm.
thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, bro, that's a Smash Bros. Universe would be insane. That
Crazy.
that brings in like Pokemon though. Like they couldn't really like.
Yeah, Pokemon, Zelda, like they could bring them all and connect them all,
Yeah, it'd be
like in
fun.
a multiverse type.
I
way.
know, but like,
Um,
do you think they would? I don't know.
No, I honestly I don't think it's practical, but it would be kind of cool.
And
make
to
a ton of
find
money,
a
though.
way to
I
make
mean, they're
it
definitely
happen.
making another one.
But I mean, like it
Yeah.
was cool too. You get to see all these aspects of Mario. Like you get to see him jumping around like the platform game that we all know and love. Then we get to see him in Donkey Kong, and then we get to see him do fucking Mario
Mario
Kart.
Kart.
Like that was awesome. They fucking
Yeah.
hit everything that they could, and they didn't like it. Didn't feel forced, you know.
Yeah,
I watched a thing today. It was like when they're running through Brooklyn, like down or whatever, like when it's all like gated off or something. I didn't even
Mhm.
notice this, but like there was like these like yellow cubes that they were jumping over, and if you like freeze it right at the right time, that's like the first episode, the first part that you start running over and stuff like that, and it like
Oh,
mirrors
really?
it perfectly. I was like, damn, that's sick.
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
they lined that up perfect.
Yeah, no, I thought that was funny too. How right at the beginning you see Mario jumping around like as if he's in the game, and Luigi's just running through normal. Yeah, no, this game made me. I really dropped the ball. I was just home and I didn't fucking grab my Game Boy and Super Mario, bro. It's like I'm so pissed at myself. I was sitting here after I finished it, just like, damn.
Yeah.
Now, Brian, did you dress up as Wario?
I did. I went in
Okay.
there as Wario. And I was
I went as
very,
Waluigi.
I was
hoping to get the thing
very fucking disappointed when I didn't see him on big screen.
going. Yeah, well, that's what the second one's for, right? They had to leave
I
the door
hope-
open.
I hope
They had to leave
I
the door
saw-
open.
I saw a TikTok where Charlie Day said that Danny DeVito could play Wario,
that'd be funny as
That'd
shit.
and
be
then they
awesome.
said Nick Offerman could play Waluigi.
That'd be so
I don't
bad.
That'd be really
remember
funny
that.
Have
too.
the gruesome twosome on the big screen
He's in
like
Parks
that.
and Recs, and he was in The Last of Us too. He was Bill in episode 3.
Mhm.
That's who
Okay.
Nick Offerman is, Mike.
Okay.
Yeah, he had that
Yeah.
whole sanctuary made.
Mm.
Yeah. He's really funny though.
He's
Okay.
he also voices Axeman. Great little animated
Yeah, he's in
show.
Parks
If
and
anyone's
Rec
ever
and-
seen it?
Yeah.
So I will say for this, the whole movie, I couldn't figure out who was voicing Princess Peach when she came along. And
Oh,
I just seen the cast and it makes so much fucking sense. Like I knew I kind of recognized it, but I couldn't pick it out in the movie for some reason.
Now say who it is for those who don't know.
Anya Taylor-Joy. Cute.
Anna Taylor-Joy.
Anna Taylor-Joy.
Anna Taylor-Joy, classic. And what was she in for those who don't know?
She was in The Menu. She was in
That's all. That's
Queen's
the only
Gambit.
thing I know her from. is
Movies
the
that
she's in
people have
Queen's
seen.
Gambit.
What is she in?
Dark Phoenix. Everyone saw that movie.
Great movie. Some argue
Uh,
best in the franchise.
So I forgot that Keegan Michael Key was in it.
Yeah,
As Toad.
that was
Like
cool.
he was the only one that sounded kind of different. Like it took me about halfway through. I'm like, oh shit, like that's him. I forgot it was him.
Yeah.
And by the way, the Toad character made me laugh so many times.
Dude,
The one
Mhm.
scene that got me to belly laugh really loud, and Sydney looked over at me like I was crazy because I was laughing as loud as the kids behind.
can
us
I guess
was.
it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Was it when they were in the field of fire flowers and he was playing the flute?
No,
Okay, that one got me really
that was
good.
funny. No, the best part is when Mario's telling her that she can come to Brooklyn sometime, telling Princess Peach, and then Donkey Kong pulls up to talk shit about him flirting and saying like you'd never have a chance with her. And Toad pulls up and he's like, I guarantee you he could. I guarantee you he could date a princess. And he's like hyping him up. Like that shit was so funny. Or when he pulls up with the car for the first time. he's
Yeah,
just
that
like, I'm
that
fine.
was really funny.
Really
Like, yeah.
No, the scene that got me, dude, was the introduction of the little star. And he like says something. He's like, time is
We're all
just a
gonna
construct.
die.
And he goes, shut up, we're already depressed.
Yeah. I liked at the end, it's like time
Yeah.
is just an endless void. Depressing as hell.
The end, he goes, a happy ending, or so we think.
Can you imagine like a 7-year-old asking their dad, like, hey, why was everyone laughing so hard at the star thing? What did that even mean?
Yeah,
They
that
all
kinda-
lose-
that got
you
me a
all
little bit.
lose hope at 30, son.
I wonder if that's one of those things that like if you go back and like watch like some episodes of like SpongeBob and stuff like that and you see like those hidden jokes, like I bet you're right, Josh, that,
100%.
like a lot of those kids won't
Yeah.
know like what that is until they
Yeah.
go rewatch this movie in like a decade or something. They're like, oh, that's actually really funny. I am depressed as hell.
Yeah, no, that's true. I know like the kids in our state, I almost said stadium, the kids in our theater loved when Bowser was on the screen all the time. Whenever Bowser would say something or talk about marriage or whatever, they'd die laughing. And then too, when they pan over to him singing that first time, they loved that. They ate that up.
Yeah.
I ate that shit up, dude.
Yeah.
Because
was
I had
cool.
heard about the Peaches song, but I didn't listen to it at all. And
No.
I was like, I wonder what it is. And then he started singing. And honestly, when he started singing, I was like, all right, Jack Black for sure.
You're like, why
What's
does this
that,
sound good, Loki?
What's that magic dude's name that was like his right hand man? I forgot what his name is.
Oh,
Magic something. You know what I'm talking about.
yeah.
I like when Bowser's playing the
Where he
piano. He's like,
slams the piano.
yeah, he's like
Yeah.
Bowser's playing the piano. He's like, come jam with me.
Yeah.
Well, no, and he gets dressed up as Princess Peach too.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
practicing.
when he's like practicing. That made me
Practicing.
think of like the first world in Super Mario. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think
That's
it's in Super Mario Odyssey on the Switch, like where Bowser tries to marry Peach too. So like they tie stuff into the game. And I know the post credit scene is with Yoshi, but don't we see like some other Yoshis like kind
running
of
in the
halfway through the
field.
movie or something? They do,
Yeah, they're,
right?
like, all
I didn't see
running.
a
There's a
green one.
Bunch of them, I guess.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I thought we saw Yoshis earlier on in the movie, but I didn't know. I don't know because I know I think at the end of the Sonic movie there was an end credit scene too in that. I'm pretty sure I didn't see the movie, but I saw the end credit scene and like Tails showed up, so it was like a big character. So now it was funny that in
Yeah,
this
then
movie
Tails
they did it
was
with
big
Yoshi.
in the second one, right? Wasn't that the whole point
Yeah.
of the second one?
Yeah.
I don't do end
Bro.
credits unless it's Marvel movies. So even if
I didn't
there's
know
like,
there was.
No, I don't do that.
Every movie's got an end credit scene now.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll just let you forget that.
I texted Josh because we were talking about Air, and I was like, "There's like an end credit scene." He's like, "There's an end credit scene in that," and then that's when we kind of found out that there's two in Super Mario Bros.
There's an end credit scene in Air.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently
Oh.
it's a Michael Jordan thing. I tried looking it up, Mike, and I don't know. I couldn't find anything, but there might be. So I'm gonna tell Andrew and Aiden just to wait tomorrow. We'll see.
Yeah, have them
because they're going
record
to see it
for
tomorrow.
us.
What they need to do is all of these fucking movies that have end credit scenes and all these
Let us know
multiverse things.
before.
Well, no, not even that. Just put them all together and make one big movie, and
Yeah.
just like Marvel Cinematic Universe, Super Mario Bros, Nintendo. They just need to make one big fucking movie. That shit would
Those
literally
credit
make trillions of dollars. Trillions, not even billions.
It would just be
True.
like a 40-second clip, then a pause for hype, and then another 40, and then
It
so on
would
and
be
so on.
Captain America,
And then it's
fighting
like-
Mario and Luigi. And
Yeah, I was
then-
gonna say it's just credits rolling and they're just saying who's gonna return in the Avengers.
and then it's like 20 minutes of fucking just names and names.
Yeah, that would be a while.
What would you guys say was your favorite scene in the movie? I guess I know there's segments like where they go like to Donkey Kong's place to get that army, or there's other Mario Kart scene. Like those.
I like I think the fighting scene between Donkey Kong and Mario. I think that one was pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was surprised how well they did that, honestly, and
Yeah.
kind of I thought he was gonna get smashed just like right off rip, and they had to find another way. So
Mhm.
That or like the training scene where he's training and Peach is just like watching him or something. That was pretty cool.
Damn it,
That
Michael!
was
Quit
cool.
stealing my scenes.
All right, sorry, I'm done. Those are my two favorite ones. Though.
I gotta come up with another one.
I'll say,
I
well,
saw-
mine.
Go ahead, Mike.
I was gonna say mine was when they were on Rainbow Road, and
Oh,
Mhm.
that it's just like that whole 5-10 minute sequence was super super cool, man. I think just that in general, man, that whole sequence, like I said, was super cool for me.
yeah. That the blue shell thing was PTSD.
Yeah, seriously, man.
That was so funny. Just becomes a blue shell. I thought it was I thought it was cool too how they showed him like making it, like how they have the 3 different sections like they do in actual Mario Kart. That was
Yeah.
really cool too. Nice touch.
Mhm.
I don't
Bob,
know.
did you come up with your favorite?
No,
scene?
dude, because really the training scene was one of my favorites. But I don't know, because I will say again, just that little scene with the star just being so existential about its life.
That was a good
Yeah.
scene.
And everyone's like, "Shut up, we're already depressed." And then when they tell them that they're gonna be sacrificed for the wedding, and he's just like, "Oh, thank goodness, mercy."
No, and the penguins too at the beginning of the movie. That scene was funny too. We didn't even mention that yet.
Oh,
They
the
throw the
snowballs.
snowballs at Bowser.
Snowballs.
Yeah, and they look
then
menacing.
The little wizard fucking like disappears, pops back, and the fucking snowball just hits the guy behind him.
I'm gonna botch this and I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but those like the shell guys or whatever.
Mhm.
I like the scene where
Koopas?
Koopa
Yeah.
Troopas.
yeah, it was like she will marry me. Bowser was like, she will marry me. He's like, well, what if she doesn't want to? And he just like throws a fireball.
And it turns into a skeleton.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
skeleton
Yeah.
one. That
Well,
or he's
and then-
naming them off. He's like Goombas or whatever the hell, and he's like, whatever the hell these things are called.
He's like, "Aw,
They're all
I
like,
love
they're looking at
the
each other."
skeleton."
Because I never knew
Koopa
what those-
Troopa.
Yeah, at one time I knew what they were all called, but I was like, what are those things called?
Dude, the skeleton Koopa Troopa at the end where she's like, "I would never marry," and he goes, "Talk about drama." That guy. Yeah,
about,
no,
what
there's
about
just a
you,
lot of
Josh?
scenes in this, dude.
My favorite scene. I think it probably was the Mario Kart stuff. Like I loved that so much.
Okay.
How
I
they
like-
got to pick him out, dude. That was sweet.
Yeah.
It was just like
I-
in the game.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
like to. That commercial too that they make at the very beginning of the movie is really like
Mhm.
cute and funny too.
It's a lot of
Yeah.
throwbacks in there too. I think that was like the original show or something. That was like the song or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, well, then too that the original actor too was
Yeah.
there. Obviously, I think everyone
Mhm.
knew that. But he also played Mario's dad too. I guess. So
Yeah, I saw
that's
that.
pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess one thing I do like is the arc that Mario and Luigi kind of have is like, oh, like they're disappointing their parents and their family, and
Yeah.
they go on this big adventure, and next thing you know, they're saving all Brooklyn, and next thing you know, they're like, oh my God, we love you, you're so amazing.
Yeah.
If I was
Yeah, they have
Mario
that
and-
like brother bond too.
Yeah, if I was
Mhm.
Mario
Yeah.
and Luigi, I would have given the finger, man. I would have been like, no, you didn't believe in me.
Can
Yeah.
I
There you
can I
go.
talk about the elephant in the room really quick?
Yeah.
The soundtrack on this movie. Let's go ahead and address that.
Banger.
Phenomenal soundtrack. I think it's I told my girlfriend and her sisters because we went to go see it. I said that was the best soundtrack of any movie I've ever seen in my entire life.
Oh, let's not go crazy here. It was
that's a
good.
bold statement.
No, that was the
Well,
best one.
You know what I saw in the past month? 3 movies have used "I Need a Hero." Is that nuts?
Really?
There was
Like,
a
I
good
guess
use
the new
in
Te-
this one.
the new Tetris movie
Oh,
just
yeah.
did it too, and then I forgot the other third movie was, but yeah, I was shocked to hear that. I mean, Shrek 2 did it best.
Mhm.
Everyone knows that.
Also,
Uh,
yeah. Damn, yeah.
No Sleep
Yeah.
Till Brooklyn.
So-
Thunderstruck.
Yeah, that was
Take
really
on
good.
Me.
We're gonna be rewinding
Take on Me is really good.
this movie here. Days and Glaze, Days and Amaze, whatever it's called. I butcher it.
Dazed and
But-
Confused.
Days and Confused.
Days
The Matthew
Glaze.
McConaughey movie.
Yeah.
Tuesday.
McConaughey's only in it.
No,
briefly,
and I'm
bro.
telling you, if you guys haven't watched it yet, I can't be on the episode, but the soundtrack for that fucking movie is insane.
Oh, yeah.
So many throwbacks. Just text
Wait, like
me.
Guardians Insane?
Yeah, like literally, like so many
Yeah.
throwbacks. I
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Josh,
okay.
you
I haven't
haven't
seen
seen
it
it, have you?
I've not seen it yet.
No, dude. Guardians was like this is like Days Confused was the blueprint for Guardians to go ahead and make a soundtrack that
Literally,
fucking epic.
Mike, you've
Really?
seen that, right?
No.
Great
Oh my
film.
gosh,
Great
dude.
film.
This is the
The
first
Smith
time I
boys
watched
will be
it.
watching it though.
Yeah,
But yeah, no, again, this soundtrack was cool, and I like they would do like renditions of the fucking Mario theme song. Like at the end, what did you
Yes.
say? This could go for some like saxophone. He started
Yeah.
playing it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought that was really cool.
Well, even when Bowser has that, the wizard, we should look up what the character's name is, sits next to him, and they start playing like the Bowser, music, like that shit was really cool too.
Mhm.
I don't know, I'd perk up every time. And then too, like right before the Mario Kart scene, like they start playing like the actual like Mario Kart music.
Yeah.
Like when they're making the carts, like that was all
No,
all
that was
cool.
all really cool. To kind of get off topic for a sec. So I just went to Jersey. I came back and I didn't have internet on my plane. So I actually, naturally I'm gonna go to the Small Guys podcast, and I went to the most recent downloaded episode. It was a little while back, but it was the night before. So I listened to the night before on the way there, which because I like that movie. That was a good movie,
Great
good
movie.
Christmas movie, whatever. And then I actually rented the movie when I was there, and on my flight back because I downloaded it and I watched it. So
Mhm.
that I watched that movie, and then about 2 hours later, I get off my plane, see the family, whatever. 2 hours later, I go watch Mario, and I had no idea Seth Rogen was Donkey Kong. I was
Okay.
like, what the hell? But I thought it was funny watching him like trip on shrooms and bleed into martinis and stuff like
Yo,
that.
that
And
he
he's like-
didn't kill Jesus.
and then he's, and then he's Donkey Kong. I'm like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool.
So
Yeah.
the name of the wizard is it's referred to as Magic Koopas.
Oh, okay.
We should have
Okay.
guessed that. We should have
Yeah.
said at least Wizard Koopa.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense now.
Yeah.
And they
That's
made
funny.
their
I
debate
used to
in
use them
Super
in-
Mario World. For those
Oh,
that are
okay.
interested.
I used to use him in Super Mario Sluggers a lot.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
He used his wand to hit the ball, and he'd hit
Yeah.
homers a lot.
I guess you weren't a true fan though, huh?
No, I guess not. I was just called him Wizard Bitch. Um,
Wow.
so the one thing I saw people complain about when it came to voice acting, and I know like obviously there's Chris Pratt stuff before, but I mean like after seeing the movie was Cranky Kong. Fred Armisen,
Was that the
he's a
leader?
comedian, huh?
His
Was
dad.
that
Yeah,
dad?
the leader. Yeah, the
The leader?
older Kong. Yeah. And he's in a lot of comedies. I actually just watched the Curb episode that he was in. He's a really funny guy though. He's on SNL a lot. But anyway, they're people are saying like they should have got an actual older actor to do more of an older voice and more of a crankier voice. I don't know. I mean, I guess I could see it, but I didn't really. It didn't really bother me when I was watching the movie. I guess, but that's the one gripe I saw people like complaining about.
Oh, I
after
know.
the
I
this
movie.
will
fucking
say-
guy.
Yeah,
It was kind of annoying when I kind of think back and look on it.
yeah. Well, because like in the video games, Mike, like he's a grump, like he's just pissed off and he's old as
Really?
old as hell. Yeah, like I don't know.
They should have got.
I
the
mean,
dad
like I
from
noticed it
Modern
right
Family.
away.
Mhm.
Oh, is he in that too?
No, I said they should have got him.
They should have had him.
Oh, they should have. Yeah. No, that would have been good for sure. Or the guy that plays Logan in Succession. What's his name?
Oh,
Brian Cox. Brian Cox.
Yes.
Yeah, He does the McDonald's commercials too. Yeah, he would have been good too. I don't know. I mean, obviously, you could have got a lot of other people, but it's not a, it's obviously not a deal breaker. He's not in a ton of scenes, I guess, but
Mhm.
that's something I
I'm-
saw people mention.
I'm curious to know who was in the running for what with these
Yeah.
characters, honestly, because I know
Mhm.
obviously like there's a lot of A-list like actors on this, and they had to like beat out some other A-list actors like Mario, Luigi. Like I'm really curious who like they beat out, because it's a big fucking movie and this is a big role, and like obviously like people will kind of like, oh my god, like I recognize his voice. That's Mario, that's Luigi. Obviously, you should probably know who fucking Chris Pratt and Charlie Day are, but I mean,
Mhm. Which is also, it's so funny seeing Charlie Day. Like, there's times where he's talking about on the podcast, the Always Sunny podcast, of like, oh, like filming this new stuff, and it's like you see him unhinged in Always Sunny, and then you come here and now he's Mario's brother. And it's like, oh, right,
Scaredy cat.
yeah,
Shy.
yeah, big change.
Yeah. I
Same
saw
thing-
people say
Seth
that they
Rogen.
should have swapped Charlie Day and Chris Pratt.
You know, I kind of thought the
I
same
see
thing.
that.
I guess it would be interesting to see, I guess. I don't know. Mike, did you hear that at all?
I didn't actually, but I mean, I can see it for sure. I can definitely see it. I mean, dude, I love Chris Pratt, but I will say, like, I kept an open mind, like he said before. I seen a video of him talking about just like the criticism he was getting. I will say, like, him and Seth Rogen probably could have got some better voice actors, to be honest with you, in my opinion.
I don't know why there's so much hate with this. I feel like you
I'm
guys
not-
have listed four. I know you're not. I'm just saying, like, the people saying like 4 of the 6 actors that voiced in this movie, or like this, main ones, were not a big hit. I don't know. I didn't mind them.
Well,
I thought
yeah.
it was cool.
The internet remember the internet went crazy when
Yeah.
they announced Chris Pratt.
Well,
Remember
dude,
that?
that meme about Chris Pratt came out where it's like, all right, he definitely watched some animator run over a kid or something, because he started getting casted in all these random ass roles.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not trying to be a hater, like I said. I mean, I think they did just a fine job, and I think
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely worth talking about, but also after seeing the movie, and again, you got to remember this is a movie for fucking kids, dude.
Yeah.
and to hear his voice, it didn't really piss me off too bad.
But to be
Yeah,
fair,
get used
though,
to it.
Mhm.
but to be fair though, like there is a big fan base of people like that are our age and above that have grew up on Super Mario Brothers,
Mhm.
and that like are going to be a big contribution to the revenue like that this
Yeah.
movie makes. So that's
Yeah.
something they kind of keep in mind too. Like you gotta appease both sides. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah. And I think too, I want to just say, I think they picked Nintendo picked the perfect animation studio to make this movie, like Illumination. Like, I mean, they've done Despicable Me and all
Minions.
those kind of
Mhm.
minions. Yeah. Like they found like this movie looks like beautiful, I think. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it looked like like we talked about the Rainbow Road scene, like that looked like beautiful. Or like the scene where they got all the fire flowers and then
Yeah,
that
that
field,
was cool.
like you mentioned earlier, Michael, like that looked really
Yeah.
cool. So there's a lot of scenes, and then seeing like the Mushroom Kingdom for the first time is really cool.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, one scene we didn't talk about yet, and I want to know your guys' thoughts on it, because it got me hyped, was that the boss fight, right? Like the end, when they're running to attack Bowser's ship to save, the princess, and then like obviously the Brooklyn scene, like the third act was pretty incredible. I think like action wise was really cool.
Mhm. Yeah, they didn't really hold back. I was really happy about that. Like throughout
Yeah.
the whole film, honestly, like you have Donkey Kong literally picking up Mario and slamming him like Hulk and Loki, and then you get to the ending, and it was cool. They were actually swinging punches and delivering blows, and they weren't holding
Yeah.
back on that.
And that's one thing I will say I do like is that Princess Peach isn't kind of like carrying them. Like it was actually Mario and Luigi
Mhm.
that like truthfully got it done.
Yeah,
But also, she
Dude,
could
her
hold
with
her
the-
own, which was
yeah,
sick.
her with the ice flower was sweet.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That was sweet.
Yeah.
Because I knew something was in there, dude. Like when Toad handed her the flowers like that, I was like, okay, what's in there? I didn't expect the ice flower. I mean, there's a few more power ups that would have been cool to see.
I like the what was it, like the sugar squirrel or the squirrel one or whatever.
Raccoon.
Yeah, the raccoon and there was
Yeah,
2
from
of them
Super
though,
Mario
right? The
3.
raccoon
There's
and
the
the
Well, he
cat.
was a cat too.
cat. Yeah,
There's
the
Which
cat
that's from
was
the newer
cool.
And
game.
the raccoons don't fly though. That doesn't make any sense, Josh.
Well,
Yeah, it
so
was
like,
like the squirrel one or the
Is
sugar
there a squirrel?
glider.
Flying
oh,
squirrel.
okay,
Flying
okay.
squirrel.
I didn't know
yeah.
what the power up was called. I guess
Yeah.
I said
There's like a-
raccoon.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess it can't be that. The coon, they'll call it. Like South Park.
This isn't.
Carbon flu.
This
Dude,
isn't
although I
South
will
Park level
say,
yet.
when he got in the cat costume, do you remember that Nintendo deleted tweet where it was a picture of Mario in the cat costume and it just said nothing feels better than the inside of a cat? That's all I could think of when I
Yeah,
saw
I
that.
remember
was
that.
like, damn it.
I didn't even think of that. That's hilarious.
That's awesome.
That's crazy.
It's funny they went there too.
That's crazy to say, man.
Right?
So out of pocket.
So one thing we kind of talked about already, but I just want to retouch upon is Key with Toad. He did a great fucking job. And honestly, like I think everybody needs a friend like Key or Toad, because that shit when he was talking about talking like with Donkey Kong, like no, he'd be a great boyfriend. He'd take her out
Best
on all the
wingman.
dates.
Good-
That was seriously
Good wingman.
yeah, seriously the best wingman
Yeah,
possible.
and then he was down as fuck. Like Peach was like, "Get out of here, go be with the other Toads," and he's like, "Nah, I said
I made
I'm
a
here."
promise.
Yeah, ride or
I like-
die.
I like the when they're entering the castle at first and they have like he pulls out that frying pan and you think he's gonna like whack the other two toads and he starts cooking up a meal and stuff. I was like, all right,
He goes,
that's
"What
cool."
you want? I'll make you guys anything you want."
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I was like,
Yeah, I'm
"Damn,
gonna be
he's
honest.
about to-"
Until we said it, I did not know that was Key, like at all.
Really?
Oh, really?
I had
No,
idea
again, the
either.
only names I knew going into this was that Chris Pratt, Charlie Day, Jack Black, and Rogan.
Okay.
That was it.
Yeah. And then to the Brooklyn part, when they get the star, obviously it was so sweet.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
So
and then,
where is it now? Is it in
Well, they ate it.
Yeah, I think they used it.
oh
I wonder how many
stupid.
more there are, or
Yeah.
like Bowser can grow again. Like someone accidentally leaves a mushroom lying around and he just
Mhm.
grows again, then kills everyone.
I-
He's
well,
in the
I
main world
guarantee-
now.
Yeah, I guarantee that.
Well,
Like he
I
gets out
imagine it'll
somehow.
be like the cage falling over, and it'll be him taking damage, and then the mushroom will wear off.
Yeah, they'll have some kind of
Or like a,
explanation. 'Cause in the-
rat will crawl on the control panel of the van and he'll come back.
No, hang on. I think I've seen that one before.
Yeah.
I'm
Sounds
glad you
like,
got that.
something.
Too many
there-
Marvel
in that end
references.
credits, in the mid credit scene when he's singing, he's in that jar and they give him like a little piano to play.
Mhm.
So he's in the castle. And then
Oh,
too,
okay.
what did you guys think with like Mario and Luigi like living there? I guess at the end, or
I like that a
Blue
lot.
Sky
Yeah,
part?
that's cool.
They're doing
Well,
the
did they
job
did they
there.
live there, or did they just merge Earth and where Peach was at?
No,
See, I took it
thought
as like
they
they're
they
different.
merged it.
no, they're
Like
different.
I don't
Brooklyn is now the Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one.
I think
Pretty
just
cool.
Bowser's ship got sucked in, but I could be wrong.
Yeah,
I,
it
that's
was
what I
like
took it
when
as, but I don't
I was gonna do another Avengers. Never mind. I'll stay away from that.
know. Was it Ultron's?
No, it was like the spaceship from 2012 or whatever it was. Like Thanos's main ship didn't go to 2023 or whatever year it was. They were in
Oh,
the future.
okay.
Like they didn't
Oh.
merge.
Oh, so it's another
Worlds.
end game.
Yeah, Endgame.
Ah, okay.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
No, I don't know if they're merged though. You
All
might
right.
be right. Honestly, I didn't. even
No,
think of that.
I mean that's just kind of how I took it.
You
Yeah.
see them go through the green tube though.
At the end?
Yeah, into the
Well, again, the thing was
Oh,
is,
okay.
like we just saw like this giant castle, right, and the tubes and stuff, like when originally, and then like the way that it seemed at the end was like they got their cup of coffee and now they were watching TV, like normal person TV, and they had like the news clips up and stuff of like what they did. So I
Yeah.
thought they were going to work on Earth. Like now
Oh,
they're like
okay.
I
famous
think we're gonna
plumbers.
look back at this in like 2 years when the second one's coming out. We've already seen the trailer. We're like, damn, I can't believe we thought that was a thing or something
Uh-huh.
like
Yeah.
that.
I think Brian's gonna say that.
I
too,
think he-
honestly.
Yeah, I think he's right.
I think we talked about every scene. I think that we want to talk about. I'm gonna be really pissed later when if we
The
got a
dog
big one.
scene at the beginning where they
Dog
break
scene
the
was
bone.
funny.
Oh,
That
And
was
I do
cool.
like
that's
the
good too.
sign of respect at the end. The dog gives a slight
Yeah, it's
nod.
like-
He just grabs the
yeah.
mustache. I love
Yeah,
Jimmy thought he was
and-
gonna torture him, and he just plucks one little hair off his fucking stash. It's like, no, I don't know another guy running around with a mustache and a hat that has the first letter of his name on it.
That was funny too.
That was cool.
Yeah, that was funny. Yeah, and when he's yanking his mustache like that looked really painful.
Mhm.
No, the
but yeah, I
animation
think
on this scene or on this movie is fucking beautiful, man.
it was crazy. It was really good.
Yeah, that's why
Those are the-
100 mil for all these
90
A-listers.
No, for 90 minutes. Like that's
Yeah,
why it was
well,
a
yeah,
$100
it was over a mil a minute, but no, it's like with the soundtrack, the A-listers, you know, the quality and stuff. I think it was pretty. I'd say that's pretty par. I'd say it's probably pretty.
Well, yeah,
accurate.
because like these animated movies are expensive too. Like Toy Story
Yeah.
4, I think was really expensive, and you know, like those kind of movies just are. I mean, outside of the cast, right?
Yeah.
Indiana Jones is going to be like, it's over 200 million, I think, to make, right?
Yeah, it's like one of the most expensive movies. I think it's close to 3.
Wasn't the Flash movie too like super expensive?
Yeah, but they had to do reshoots and
Yeah,
stuff.
that
I think.
was
I
like
think that's
them
why.
bailing Ezra out of jail and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
had to
That
use
went
the
all towards
budget.
the
$60 million
budget.
lawsuit they had to pay lawyers for, all that jazz.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
started at about 60. But
And then
we'll get to
Grant
that.
Gustin, they had to pay him another couple million to actually fill the role of Flash.
Yeah, be the real Flash.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think that's everything. You guys want to get into like reviews?
Yeah, I have a write-in score. Do you want that later or
Whose?
Ballas?
Yeah, so that'll be on the website, on Small Guy's website. Go check it out. He just watched it, so he's gonna send
Definitely
it in.
didn't give it a 95 out of 100.
He did not give it a 95 out of 100.
check
That's
it
the
out
one
on the
number that's
website.
not.
Yep,
So go look.
could be a
Um,
94, could be a 96, could be a 60. Who knows?
That's high.
Oh, that's all over the place.
Yeah, so if anybody that is not picking up on that, he did give it a 95.
I'm gonna have to check the website. I know for sure. I guess I can go first. You know, we mentioned it a lot. I think the cast actually ended up being really good. I think that's a strong suit. I think it looked amazing. Obviously, Brian said it earlier. I think we all said it at one point. It's a kids movie. It's made for kids. I think animation style, like it looked amazing, and it got me to laugh like quite a bit, actually, surprisingly. So, and they'll definitely make more movies of it. And I think this movie will hit $1 billion, just because you know there's a couple weeks here where nothing's really coming out, and I just feel like everyone's seeing this. I looked on Friday. It was Good Friday, for movie tickets, and it was like 9:30 in the morning, and I checked the 10 a.m. showing. And it's a Friday, and it was like pretty much sold out. And I know kids were kind of off school and everything like that, but
Yeah,
like
spring break.
still,
and stuff.
that's kind of crazy. Yeah, that's kind of crazy that early. in the
Yeah, and
morning.
plus with this movie only being 90 minutes, it's gonna be a movie where your kid shuts the hell up. So I imagine a lot of parents taking their kids like numerous times to go watch this movie.
Yeah, people will go see it. And then too, like in the movie theaters by us, like they had midnight releases for this on Tuesday night. So it was like
I
12 or
seen-
1 a.m.
I see people on Instagram playing Mario Kart before, like on like the actual screen.
Oh wow,
Yeah, and
on
then-
the theater
and then-
screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the song
Wow.
Peaches too is like trending all over TikTok. Like,
Peaches,
at least it's
peaches,
all over
peaches,
mine.
peaches, peaches.
If,
Yeah, it's
if
all
that
over the
wins a
place.
Grammy, I promise you I will be very upset.
Dude, that'd be so
I will
funny.
be very upset. Not even
Yeah.
Will you be
awesome.
upset if it's nominated?
Yeah, it doesn't deserve a nomination, bro.
That's
Like,
so funny.
no.
We'll
Don't
see.
talk about Jack Black like that.
Yeah, that's Jack Black.
I'll respect the Jack Black, but
Yeah, so I'm gonna give this movie an 80 flat. I think it's still really good. I think it's really entertaining. Obviously, kids are gonna love it. It'd be cool. It would have been cool to see as a kid. I feel like
yeah.
just to kind of get that perspective of it. But still, I think this movie it had some of that adult stuff too, like we talked about with the star. I think the star's name is Loomis or Loomy or something like that, if I remember correctly from Super Mario Galaxy. But yeah, 80's my score.
I'll kind of follow that up. So neither one of these two steals anything what I have to say.
Yeah, all right, you
Um,
rat bastard.
No, I don't have a whole lot to say about it. Good movie. I liked it. As far as animated movies go, I'd probably say it was one of my favorites. I'd probably go. Outside of like the Pixar universe, definitely. But it was good cast. The soundtrack again just really got me. I was singing along. I like seeing the audience range I talked about earlier, just seeing like these people. I mean, what is it, the Nintendo NES or something?
SNES.
Yeah,
When
like,
he's playing it.
yeah, but like our
That was
grandma,
cool.
yeah, our grandma still has one. So like just going over there playing that growing up, and then having the Wii, the Wii U, the Switch, all this crap, it was just really cool watching like that kind of development. So I feel like if you're 70 or if you're 6, you could have watched this movie and had a good time. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool. I think I would probably land at about an 86. I think that's where I'll put it.
Okay.
Good score.
Brian, you want me to go or do you want to go?
You got a score ready to go? Sounds like you do. Fire it off.
Okay. So a couple things I want to pinpoint here, which kind of they already talked about. Animation, fucking beautiful. I think they picked a really good studio to get this done, especially for 90 minutes, like Mike said, like over $1 million a minute, which is absolutely crazy to think about for a movie this short. But in the casting, I really, really, really want to know who the people that got casted for these voices, who they beat out, because that is something that I'm really going to be looking at, because I guarantee a lot of other A-listers we're kind of in the running for a lot of these honestly legendary characters, because who doesn't know who Mario, Luigi, Donkey Kong, and Peach are. So, but besides that, I really like the third act with the Brooklyn scene. I think that was probably my favorite part of the movie, and where things really picked up. Really cool to see kind of just the character development with Mario and Luigi coming from rags to riches, as they would say. But I'm really excited to see kind of just the multiverse that they build with this world, because I do think there's a lot of potential for a lot of spinoffs, whether it's Yoshi, Luigi, Peach, and all that stuff. So it's going to be a big thing here, I think, over the next 10-15 years for the Super Mario Brothers universe. But with that said, I'm going to give an 82 out of 100. Like I said, I don't think the Rotten Tomato scores do it any justice. I think those are just some old grumpy men and women that just don't understand what the target audience is for this movie.
They're Sony fanboys.
Sony fanboys.
All right, well, I'm gonna finish us off here. So again, everything's been said. It was a kids movie. That's exactly what it was. They had their little subtle things that could get you going if you're like older and paying attention to it. It's just a fun fucking watch. You're in and out, real cinema is back. You don't need to make a fucking event out of it. Like, I don't need to go into the movie theater, come out and miss 3 hours of my life. Like, no, you go in there, you have a great time. If you have young kids, go and see it. If you know anything about Mario and you just want something to do, go ahead, go see this movie. It's perfect for you. But I am going to go with the same score as Josh. I think an 80 flat is the best way to do this one. I feel anything below an 80 is just not right. Rotten Tomato scores, this is like one of the only times I'm going to have to disagree with them on that. Most of the time, the critic scores, I can kind of see where they're coming from. And this one is just kind of like, get over your fucking self. Like, really just get over yourself. Yeah. Chris Pratt didn't do a terrible job. Again, I think Charlie Day takes the cake here for me personally, but also big Always Sunny guy. But yeah, 80 flat, no higher, no lower. Go out and see this movie if you have the time.
Yeah. And then too, like we said earlier, they'll probably make a bunch of spin-offs and sequels and stuff. I mean, this movie's gonna make $1 billion.
I'll watch it too.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And that's the thing too. I was gonna say I probably won't rewatch this movie until they announce like a second one, and then maybe I'll go back and watch it.
I can see. Yeah. I think because it's so short, I actually can see myself just rewatching this. Yeah, like just something to throw on in the background. Like
I can see him throw it on Netflix. I mean, the Despicable Me and stuff are on there. I think they were.
Yeah, I don't know. I can see him putting it on Disney Plus. To be honest with you, that's where it should. That's where it should go. If we're being honest here.
No, but thank you guys for joining us. Thank you, Michael, for joining in too.
Yes, thanks, Michael.
You're welcome.
We appreciate it. We'll have you on again, obviously. And we'll be back Thursday or Tuesday. Sorry. I keep saying that. That's when we record. We'll be back Tuesday. For Dazed and Glazed.
Dazed
and Glazed is a sequel.
Actually, our Tuesday episode is never mind.
What do you
mean? What do you mean?
Wrong dates.
Nothing.
Wrong dates.
Yeah, my fault.
Yeah. Don't give them a sneak peek yet.
Nope.
So we'll be back Tuesday. Thank you, boys, and I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, love you guys.
It's me, I'm Mario.
Where's the gabagoo? The only way this movie could have been 100 is if they just casted all living actors from The Sopranos
to reprise their role.
Hey, Luigi, and it's just them blasting someone, and it's like them stomping out a Goomba for some money.
That are just a bunch of the Jersey Shore people.
Oh my god!
Like Snooki's or whatever her name is.
Snooki,
Snooki's Princess Peach.
It's the Josh.
My quad one.
It's the Josh, a predator.
Goobity gobbly.
All right, boys.
All right, boys. Love you, Brian.
Love you,
Mike. Love you, Andrew.